Hey, we've got a really special treat on this edition of Dolphins Today. You know Chat Sports will be well represented at the Super Bowl, and Chase Sr., the host of several different channels here at Chat Sports, had the chance to catch up with the legend, Terron Armstead, five-time Pro Bowler, asked him a little bit about the state of the Miami Dolphins, and you know, we bring you the best Miami Dolphins coverage, and that includes interviews from Radio Row at the Super Bowl. That's why you subscribe to Dolphins Today. So shout out to my man Chase Sr. catching up with Terron Armstead, and for the latest around the Aqua and Orange, you gotta subscribe. Doesn't cost you anything. Daily Dolphins content, and free. We bring you the best, like today's interview with Terron Armstead, five-time Pro Bowler, from Radio Row at the Super Bowl, featuring our very own Chase Sr. So check it out. That's next on Dolphins Today.
Joined now on Super Bowl Radio Row here in Las Vegas by five-time Pro Bowler Terron Armstead of the Miami Dolphins. And Terron, I've asked this question to a couple of people. This is the first ever Super Bowl in Las Vegas, and by design, a lot of the teams are staying like 40 minutes away from the Strip to try to keep them away from all the distractions. Do you think that's a good play to just keep these players focused on the game at hand on Sunday?
I honestly don't think it would be a situation where a player would jeopardize the biggest moment of their life, you know what I mean, to be in the mix. But, yeah, I think it's definitely just it's smart to just be out the way. Let's focus on ball. Let's focus on why we're here.
With the Super Bowl 58 matchup, you have the San Francisco 49ers and the Kansas City Chiefs. As somebody who obviously keeps close tabs on the game, what do you think about this matchup going into Sunday?
I think it's very, very well balanced, man. I think it's an evenly matched team Super Bowl that we have. The Chiefs do a lot of great things in the trenches, O-line, D-line, and I can say the same for the 49ers. So I think it'll be an amazing once-in-a-lifetime battle between the trenches, between the lines. And then you have Patrick Mahomes and his greatness and what he's been able to do, but you also got all the names and playmakers that the 49ers got. They got Christian McCaffrey, who's going to be a huge difference maker and a game changer this Sunday. So I see one of the, as far as matchups, it looks incredible.
Brock Purdy has become somewhat of a polarizing figure for a pretty unassuming guy, Mr. Irrelevant.
Yeah.
But he's had so much success so far, 17-4 as a starter, 4-1 in the playoffs, back-to-back NFC Championship games, and now he's in the Super Bowl in year 2.
Yeah.
And even though he's played really well, leading an epic comeback against the Packers in the divisional round, 17-point comeback against the Lions, some people still like to say he's not legit. He's a system quarterback. Kyle Shanahan makes him. Is Brock Purdy for real? Is he a game manager or a game changer?
Brock Purdy is the real thing, and it's not those narratives they don't come from many credible avenues and outlets. He's the real thing. There's no question about it. It's crazy. His first game was against us. Garoppolo goes down first quarter, I believe, and Purdy was so unfazed by pressure. He was creating with his feet. He was making plays. He was impressive. First game.
Yeah.
Never heard of the kid. Now we all know who he is, and he's the real thing, man. He's a special talent. He's fearless. He's fearless. I think that's probably what I like about him the most.
Let's get to your current team now in the Miami Dolphins. The last 2 years under head coach Mike McDaniel, this Dolphins organization has had a lot of success. They've won a lot of games as compared to what they were previously doing. But at the end of the year, the team has tailed off a little bit in 2022 and in 2023. Yeah. But the offensive system has really been successful as far as producing a lot of numbers. The wins have certainly been there, just not the big one. Dolphins fans right now, a little bit down and out about how the season ended this year on top of a year ago. Why should Dolphins fans believe that the Dolphins can make a long run in 2024, get this thing back on track, and finally win big under McDaniel and Tua Tagovailoa?
Yeah, and that's the tough part about this league, man. You put in so much work at the beginning, and you go after it every day. And there's only one winner, you know what I mean? There's only one team that accomplished the goal, the end goal that everybody set out to do. And for the other 31, it's a failure. You take the you take the positives from the season and what you built on, but ultimately there's only one winner. Now for us in our situation, it's really no words. It's not a words thing that stick with us. We're going to win the big game. Only way you demonstrate that and prove that is by doing it. And now we got to wait until it's that time to be able to go do it. And it's also the beauty of the league, because you have to prove yourself every single week. You have to prove yourself every week, no matter how long you've been in the league, no matter how many games you won, how great your offense is, how great your defense is. You have to prove yourself every single week. It's that level of competitiveness that makes the NFL the best industry in all of sports. But it's tough. It's hard. It's hard to do. And you start at nothing from training camp. And every team that start training camp day one will be Super Bowl champion. All 32 teams have that approach. There's only one winner. So it's a long road. It's challenges. Sometimes you got to get lucky. You need the ball to bounce your way sometimes in order to get to the league. And I've been in the league 11 years. I know. I've been on great teams. So it's a lot goes into it, man. But the big games and big situations, we just have to do it. There's no words to say right now while I'm just talking.
You've been in the NFL 11 years. A large portion of that was with the New Orleans Saints. We have a lot of Saints fans watching right now. What was your time like in the Big Easy? Very passionate fan base, and under Sean Payton and Drew Brees, so much success with that organization.
Yeah, man, just amazing times. so many memories, so many great moments. A lot of down moments too. A lot of heartbreakers. That has molded me and my life and my career to handle adversity, to go through things. I've been through injuries, countless amount of injuries throughout my career, and I've played through a number of injuries, a lot of things people don't even know or wouldn't even fathom. Mm-hmm. But that's the city of New Orleans. It's just a relentless city. They find silver linings and they celebrate through adversity and hard times. And I adopted that. Early. I take whatever cards I'm dealt, and I play my hand to the best of my ability.
Before you hop on out of here, you're here at Super Bowl Radio Row. Anything that you want to plug before we let you go?
Not really. Fans up always. It was a fun season. We had a lot of things to look forward to, a lot of progression from a lot of guys. Tua, Raheem, Waddle, when he had his injuries and not available as much, getting Jalen Phillips back, getting Bradley Chubb back, getting It's just so many weapons and guys that we didn't have at the end of the season that people can't minimize those absences. Just getting all those guys back, and the trajectory of the Dolphins is pointing sky high.
Miami Dolphins stock up going into 2024. Terron Armstead, thanks for joining us from Las Vegas.
Thank you. Appreciate it.